Hello, good evening. Welcome back to Devil's Den episode 2.
Hi,
Hi guys,
good
nice to
evening.
have new people here. Okay, before we start off guys, thanks for who else been following us and watching, but first, do the most key important thing. Follow our Facebook page. Please like, subscribe and follow us on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter for more Footy Talk fan show, especially Devil's Den. Our second show here. Hot topics to come up, especially in our derby. Let's go into it. First of all right. Okay, guys. First of all, let's introduce our panel of speakers. So we have Duhin back all the way from Singapore. Welcome back, man.
Hi. Thanks for having me again.
Right, shows. Hi, Dinesh. Good to have you back.
Thanks, Vinod. Hi, guys.
And we have a new guy here, Kelvin.
Hi, everyone. I'm Gavin here. Nice to meet you all.
Nice. We have our regular back, Selena. Nice having you. Nice MU jersey there.
Yeah, thanks. Hi guys.
And Mohan, thanks for being in, man.
Thanks, Vinod. Hi, guys.
Hi. Okay, and also Farah. Thanks, guys. All right, let's kick off our first topic. Our review on our derby and the Sheffield United match. The derby was a so-so. We got lucky, I guess. And we came back from 1-0 down and won the game away 3-2. Everyone's calling us comeback kings. Are we truly comeback kings? Let's find out more from the speakers. Let's go on the derby game. According to Solskjaer, that was our best performance. His best performance for his team from all the derby games that he played. This was the 5th, and he claims this is the best, but it was only a draw. What is your take on that, Dinesh? How was the game? How was the intensity? How was it?
So actually, I was watching the game also. If he says that's his best performance, I think he's referring to the part where City was never a threat in the game. Okay, so we kind of kept them at bay. So of course, in that part, we did something which previously we couldn't do. That is, City is always attacking and we are defending, and we actually counter them back a lot. So that game was quite an even game. So maybe in that part he's right, but the thing is, looks very obvious that he went for a draw game from the very start of it, because of his style of play was actually keep possession, try to attack when we can, but defend more. So it's always the park the bus thing also was happening. And to be honest, even City, they never turned up. Without Aguero, I think they are just like a headless chicken. That's how City was. So it was for me, it was a very dull game. We could have gone for the win because City were not that great. We could have got that one goal actually. So that for me was a big letdown. Especially, morning you're watching the game and you're just expecting a 3-point, and you know that every 3 points that we get now, we're just going up and up the table, just behind Liverpool and Tottenham. So for me, it was a big letdown. The 1 point, we could have got the extra 2 points. But that is City game. As for the Sheffield United game, I was a bit upset with Dean Henderson because he was claiming that he wants the first place, he wants the top spot, he wants to take over David De Gea. And the very small silly mistake he did at the very first few minutes, because get the ball, you couldn't do anything, just kick the ball out, get a corner or a throw in, it's okay. And you are an England goalkeeper, you want the number one shot, you get chances often. So the moment you get chances, take the chances. And as for United's attacking part of it, yes, we did score 3 goals. We missed a few chances also. Pogba was running the show wonderfully. That's Bruno's first game without an assist or a goal in away games since he came to United. So that was nice, but considering the 2 goals was a bit unnecessary from even Dean Henderson. People say that the second goal was a defender's mistake, but I think Dean Henderson would have done better. He was actually ball watching. So I think Solskjaer got to make the choice whether to put Dean Henderson for the Premier League next, or maybe playing on the cup games first, because I think he needs more exposure to the United way of defending, I would say. because he does not get much help from the defenders because defenders are also clumsy. So he needs more games to pick up, I would say. Not in the
I
Premier
mean,
League.
okay, Dean Hendo was bad in that game, but let's first talk about the City game. That is where, what, as you mentioned, City wasn't the same City.
No.
No. So, if it wasn't the same City, why United couldn't kill it off? We're playing home.
Correct, exactly. Because why? I feel the mentality we have. The mentality is City is a superior team, a possession team, a very dangerous team on the attacks. So we have that close mindset where we got to defend, we got to defend, we got to defend. No matter you're playing home or away, we got to defend. The mentality has been there since Pep has, taken over City. So that mentality has not changed. We even as a fan of United, when you play City, I'll be more Glaba, I would say, because City is the team in the Premier League. You like it or not, they are one of the best
Okay.
teams. So when they come to Old Trafford, we go to Etihad, we always want to be cautious because one missed pass and they're going to counter you back. And Sterling and KDB and Mahrez, one true pass and they're going to finish you off. So that is the mindset United had at the very start of the game. It's very obvious actually. They are playing cautiously in the middle. So that was, for me, if you ask me, they got to change the mindset. They got to play the United way. There is no fear. Go all out. If you got to defend, you defend. If you got to attack, make sure you attack at the best. But don't attack when the team, when it's a counter attack. I think that's not necessary right now.
So, can I say Ole got it wrong?
I won't say Ole.
I caught you, Dinesh.
No. You guys are very good. You guys are very good. Yeah. Ole got it slightly wrong. Slightly wrong because
From a scale of 1 to 10, how will you give me the rating of that? 6. 6 is not right. That's quite bad.
Okay, fine. But but the thing is, either way, both teams never really impressed. It was, for me, if you ask me, I would have just recorded the game and watched it next day. It was that disappointing for me.
Okay.
Because so early game. We spoke about it last week. We were really pumped up for the game, and then of course both teams never turned up. They turned up for a draw, like how we played against Chelsea, right? The very first time, it's a draw game. It's same with Arsenal game. Actually, Arsenal game also was a draw game. They were lucky to win by the penalty though, but it was a draw game. So whenever we play the big teams, I notice we have the mindset of let's be cautious. 1 point is fine. Against the rest of the teams, we go for the win. But with big teams, we go for a draw. That's what's going to happen when you play Liverpool also.
All right.
This is how it is. Yeah.
It's okay. Kelvin, do you agree with that? All right. Before that, guys, we have a shout out for you guys from Luis Kong. Thanks, Luis, for watching us. Hi, Dinesh and Kelvin.
Hi, bro.
All right. Let's just run through a quick comment. Okay, Kelvin, what do you think? Do you agree? Do you second with Dinesh, or you have some other opinion on the game?
Most of the point from Dinesh, I will agree because my words of using is like both teams shows no urgency to
No intensity, I would say. No.
That's how I feel it because yes, because like Dinesh have said, without Aguero, their attacking force is not the same. Then for our side, we have the attacking, but we couldn't finish it. We couldn't finish off with the way we should need to finish off. So therefore, we must instill the mentality of how to kill the opposition. Doesn't matter who. Whenever we have a chance. Whenever we have a chance up front there, we should must have the mentality and the mindset and be ready to kill off the chance.
Can I say that we play a safe game like how we have? Hi, Costa Nostra. He's a Man City fan and he's coming on and say Derby game was a safe game. Derby game supposed to be full intensity, full of patience, full of drive, but it was completely opposite. We just went there for a point.
Yeah.
And we're playing home, not away.
It's true. Yeah. Both teams it doesn't feel like a derby game. In the past when we have a City United derby game, we always see a lot of yellow cards. flying tackles, shoving and pushing everywhere. But this match is like
We
I don't
end up
see
with
it. I
hugging
don't
each
feel
other
it.
instead.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
seems like a
correct.
safe,
That's what.
friendly game between the two teams, I guess.
Yes, it's more like a pre-season exhibition match, I would say.
Okay, yeah. I mean, the game was poor. There was no drive, but out of sudden, 3 days after that, it was a complete different United team. Can I say that appeared in Sheffield?
Yeah,
What,
totally.
Mohan? What do you think?
Yes.
Yeah,
Was it a complete
totally.
different team, or was it completely driven by a singular person to beat his transfer out?
Okay.
Okay.
Hi guys. Maybe. Okay. Comparing to the game against City and the game against Sheffield, the obvious difference we can see was the lineup. Okay. Against City, we had two forwards in front. Against Sheffield, we had three of them in front: Marshall, Rashford, and we had Greenwood. Greenwood as well. So if you can see the game pattern, it totally changed when we had three forwards in front, comparing with
Okay.
what we had two forward in front. Okay. Yes, I agree to what Dinesh said just now. City did not had the same intensity as how they had last time with the team with Aguero, David Silva, and so on. But still, there is plenty of qualities in their team, in their current team. You see, and they had their chances. They had their chances. They could have buried the game last week. Okay, looking at that, Man United could have actually gone in a different. They could have changed the tactic in the second half, knowing the game City actually approached them during the first half. So that could, I think, we could have had the slight chance to win that game. On the Sheffield United game, we had three up front in front. So I always see the difference when they play with three up front in front. They are able to create chances, but when they only rely on two up fronts, there is always difficulty in them creating chances in front. I'm not really sure why. Maybe it could be because of the game pattern and because the pattern that United usually follow is always focusing from the wings, moving towards the forward. So that could have made some changes to the game, I feel.
All right. Okay, Duhain. I mean, Mohan said it's because we changed forwards. There are three forwards up front. There are more chances created. Was it because of change of tactic or basically fear of the moment? We just had a moment of brilliance from few of the players, and that changed it because it wasn't all out complete United performance. It was we were lucky defensively. Maguire decided to duck every shot. Lindelof decided to become Frank Beckenbauer for no reason. He did a good assist, I'm not telling no. But you had the likes of Sheffield who are struggling down below to penetrate the D box. And three good goals from Son. What do you see changes in that game? Or what is the positive from that game that we can take and what can we learn to get better for upcoming derby game?
Yeah, I think, in my opinion, if we were to compare both the games, the Derby game and the game against Sheffield, two different approaches. I believe that the way the team was set up is completely different, and the objective for each game, despite what the managers or the players might say, that they were set up to win, to get all 3 points. From a fan's perspective, for someone who watched the full 90 minutes, what I see from it is that there are two different approaches totally. When we started the City game, even when the lineup was announced with the two strikers up front, the four midfielders, two sitting midfielders in those four, Fred and McTominay. And it was quite obvious even in the first half that, all right, we are built more so to protect that 1 point rather than to, lose all 3 points. And it was quite obvious that we were built for a draw. And I totally agree with what Kelvin said earlier about both teams kind of lack the urgency to go on I wouldn't say full out attack, but a proper attack with intent to get all 3 points. And it's not surprising from United's perspective, but I found it quite surprising from City's perspective because they do have the quality in them, especially De Bruyne starting the game and being in a very good form in the past few games. So I was quite surprised that City did not lack the urgency even in the second half to go all out and kill off the game. Having said that, when compared to the Sheffield United game, obviously we were going for all 3 points. You could tell from the lineup itself. And I like the fact that it was only one holding or sitting midfielder in Matic, and we had Bruno and Pogba in the midfield, with trying to create opportunities for our strikers up front. I wouldn't say, it was not a full match that I would grade and properly give an A grade for that whole game, because we were brilliant in patches, and then we, especially in the first half, with that defensive mistake, and even after that, we considered a really good chance for them. I think it was John Egan who had a shot who almost made it 2-0, and I felt like, come on, like, why are we always starting slow the first 20 minutes? Why are we lacking urgency, and like, why are we always starting in second gear when other teams are always starting in the fifth gear? And having said that, after that we picked up a few gears, and it was a brilliant pass by Lindelof, and then the second goal by Martial, again brilliant pass by Pogba. So to compare both the games, I would say it was totally two different approaches. Personally, I disagree slightly with Dinesh, whereby I understand that from Dinesh's perspective we should have gone with like more urgency and gone for 3 points rather than to protect the 1 point. But having seen United this season, specifically, from a defensive perspective, I was quite surprised we managed to keep a clean sheet, and full credit, to the team overall performance defensively. I was really impressed by Luke Shaw's performance at left back. I thought he kept Riyad Mahrez quiet the whole game, and when Mahrez came out and Ferran Torres came in, he still did a really good job. And Wan-Bissaka in the first half, he lost out to Sterling cutback. And Sterling had a really good chance, but Maguire came in and put in a block. It was in the penalty box, shot on target. Besides that slip up, I thought Wan-Bissaka had a really, really good game. So I choose to look at the positives for the United derby. Defensively, we were really good, and I personally feel that the team was set up to just save the 1 point rather than
Then, if we were good defensively in the derby, what went wrong in the Sheffield Premier League? From keeping City without conceding a good clean sheet, we conceded 2 goals. But I can say first goal was a soft goal by Dean Henderson. Second was also defensive flop there.
Yeah, Vinod, to be honest, I do not know the answer to your question. It's really frustrating for United fans to follow all the games and realize that, we can perform relatively pretty well defensively against a team like City. Despite the fact that City were not going all out attack, they were still dangerous. And then to come to face the team at the bottom of the Premier League table and to concede soft goals, it's really frustrating to watch, and I really do not understand what's wrong. It comes to a point for a United fan, like, you're blaming the players and you realize that defensively, as a team, they're not doing a good job, especially like conceding the second goal from set pieces. How many times have we conceded from set piece this season? Like, it's been happening again and again, and something has to change. Like, you can't sit down and continue watching these mistakes, defensive perspective wise.
Okay.
Sorry, can I add on? Sorry, Vinod, can I?
Yes, Lina, go on.
Yeah. This is like to what Dinesh said earlier, right? I think I agree with him why he said that we should have gone for a 3 points, because there's too many attempts. We could have actually nicked a lot of goals. It's too many attempts, but it's just that poor finishings. So I think that's a big frustration, especially when City were not playing on that part that they play. We could have actually taken the chances. Because not many times you're going to get that kind of games, that your oppositions, especially like City or even like Liverpool, all these kind of teams who's going to play poor. Then, you should have taken the chances. But yeah, that's why the frustrations was there, because I feel that we could have gone up and just win.
Yeah,
the key is to outscore. I mean, basically the key is to outscore your opponent. Finally, United did it in the Sheffield United game. Hopefully, they keep up the forward lines. And Dinesh, Dwayne.
Yeah, so I agree with Serena, because even after the first half ended, when looking back at the first half, I totally agree with you. Like, I was thinking to myself, this isn't a normal City. Like, there's no attacking intent. You look at City and you always think that their fullbacks will be going up all the time. And in that game, no doubt, I agree that Pogba was playing at a higher midfield position because we had McTominay and Fred sitting, and that kept Kyle Walker at the back. because the whole first half I did not see him flying down the wings, which he normally does on a consistent basis for City.
Yeah.
And it was really good. I thought that whoever thought of putting Pogba right up front to keep Kyle Walker busy defensively made a brilliant judgment. Like that was good because it totally nullified Kyle Walker's attacking potential. But at the same time, I was wondering to myself, okay, fine, it's not the same City, so maybe we should go for all 3 points. But as a United fan that still has been following United post Alex Ferguson season, I spoke about managing expectations in the last show. I was coming from that perspective, what we get 1 point against City, good enough.
Alright, guys.
Sorry, can I add one more thing? So regarding Henderson, right? Dinesh was saying about Henderson, right? I agree on Henderson's blunder on that, but also I would like to emphasize here also, right? If you realize, right, why is it our defender has to do that as well? Okay, no doubt, being Henderson, he is keeper. He need to know what he's doing and all that, right? Even though it's a second game, all that. But why? It's like the trend is going on not only for Henderson, not only this season, even during Batas, Van der Sar. Why do we love to do this back passing and all that to the keeper? Knowing the risk will be there. Like I still feel that the captain, being the captain of the team as well, you should have known better. I'm not going to blame Henderson 100% on this. Also, at the same time, I know Henderson should have done better. He did a brilliant save also at the end of the game as well, not to forget that. But it's just that this was one of the things that still, it's not only this game, but most of the game also, even during the year also, the defense will stick back passing, keep back passing and all that, So this is something that I would like to see some changes if possible. But I don't know, maybe it's something that you have to do, because I remember it's during Batas time and all that, the defenders are supposed to do such thing, it's in such a way that there's the thing that you have to do rather than clearing up the ball or something,
Hey, Sina, we have a comment here from Sina. Hey, it's City. Anything less than a win shouldn't be acceptable. Same City team should kill them. We will kill them in Al-Ittihad.
What happened to Liverpool and Everton? Same. We don't like to kill our neighbours. We want to make them grow. Sena, bro, seriously, we want to make them grow. We want to, make them feel better. So give them a point. We share a point. Same city, correct? On the Dean Henderson part of it, see, the thing is, why I say I'm disappointed is he played for Sheffield last season and he was kind of a hero for the team. Remember, he was the top keeper there. So the exposure is already there. And the thing is,
Sina,
the thing is,
wait. VAR is only for Liverpool and not for us, Sina. We have given the credit to you guys. We have passed the Liverpool.
but you see, the thing is, after that goal entered, the first goal, did you realize that there was not much back passes to Henderson after that? Those guys was playing more because one, the guy was shaky. They knew about it. Second is, they don't want to take the risk factor, because risk, you're going to pass back to him, he's going to mess up something. And so I think it's the defenders are doing that based on the goalkeepers. If David De Gea, they're confident about it. But the problem is, if you are playing, remember Guardiola has this thing where all level players are ball players. Remember Claudio Bravo is the keeper. They pass back to him, he will bring up the ball a bit and then he'll do the passing. So in United's way, the keeper is not a ball player. He gets the ball, he just releases. He doesn't do more bit, So United should try to minimize their back pass. This has been a disease since Ferguson era. So I hope.
Yes, exactly.
David De Gea has good long range kicks, but make use of it. He used to do that thing, but now he's very. I don't know. It's not like how he used to be. So
alright, guys.
Well, correct. I think I agree with you, because I think if you have been seeing for the past few seasons, I think I actually lost count on the number of seasons. But then this has been like a norm for them. You see, they do play a lot of balls at the back, passing back to the keeper, playing among the defenders, which I feel it is very risky, because at many occasions we have lost the balls and almost lost crucial balls at that particular situation. You see, which could have cost us bad results. So I think that is something that they need to improve further after this, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, yes, let's hope for better improvement. Let's not go much on Dean Henderson. It's his first game, not much of game fitness. Coming back to Bremer Lane, everyone knows his weakness. He needs more time. He will outplus David De Gea. I have all full trust on him.
I agree with that.
You see,
Okay.
Maybe it could be pressure to
Alright,
him.
I agree.
His first
I
few
agree.
games, right? To start, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, guys, let's just run through some comments. We'll go to the next topic. Kelvin, seems a number of supporters for you here. From Darren. Hi, bro. Hi, Darren. Thanks for watching.
Hi, Darren.
We also
Thanks
have
for watching and
Jason
support.
Nason. Go, Kelvin Greg.
Oh, Jason Mason.
True
Yeah,
Manchester
my
United
friend.
supporter. Heads off. Nice one. We also shout out to Makinton,
Thank you.
Jay Raman also. Thanks for watching, guys.
Wow.
Also, Thomas
Okay.
Selvan. Kelvin, you're rocking the show,
you
man.
are celebrating
Wow.
significant.
Oh my god.
I mean, you have lots of
Wow.
fans, I guess.
he's a massive fan from Penang, bro. He's a
Unbelievable.
massive fan. I know Kelvin for a long time. He's a massive guy.
Okay. Sina. Many speakers showcasing different United tops in each show. Does that make United a top team?
In
Hey,
design,
you
was there
guys,
top team, bro.
wait. You guys just won the league after 30 years. At least 6 years ni. And memang top team. Korang tunggu sikit sabar sikit
Bro, after 30 years,
No,
they had a
you
chance
have
to
to
update
you have to-
Facebook and put them your champions. Imagine how bad situation was, bro. Imagine how bad.
No. We have to let them know, United are not just a football team. They are a brand, well-known brand around the world. That's why it's not only a top, but a well-known brand around the world.
Yeah. Okay. Guys, let's just do a quick jump to our next topic. It's basically on Roy Keane's comment and critique. Okay, Dinesh, you brought up about the Ferguson era, how things have changed, blah, 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 blah. Has the commitment and drive of the players today have also changed? Keane has came out and just jumped about this hugging after the game.
Now, the thing is,
Yeah.
Roy Keane has a point from his era. Okay, let's be honest. I think I spoken about this before. My friends also actually after the game they asked me, "Hey, what is this? You guys hugging City players? That's like not so United." I said, now we are living in an era of pandemic. Anything can happen to us anytime. Okay, the game is the game. 90 minutes. After the game, remember one thing. Let's appreciate each other's life. Let's be normal. Let's hug. Let's shake hand. Nothing wrong. In the 90 minutes, I'm not going to hug somebody and while the game going on and you know what? We are buddies. No. In the 90 minutes, we are enemies on the pitch. Upon that, let's move on and that is that. Now is now. So Keane got to let go the past. Okay? Keane he broke Haaland's leg. Intentionally he broke Haaland's leg. Okay? I know his passion for football is
But isn't that is all about derby? Okay, I'm not talking about any simple game that we are talking about sportsmanship and everything. I agree. But you're playing at home, you're coming out from disappointing result. There should be more frustration, anger on the players to just walk down to the tunnel and go off. Or from the captain, is the captain. He should be more disappointed with the team. Or can I say we have just decided we are so happy with the 1 point, thankful, and yes, it's the best achievement. Let's celebrate.
As I told you, we went for the 1 point. It was obvious. We went for the 1 point.
It's a derby.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a bloody derby.
Correct. Exactly. So now let's go back to the Keane's comment. Keane came in an era where the class of 92 homegrown players knew the impact and the passion for the derby.
Okay.
Alright? We had many players, Beckham, Scholes, Neville, Giggsy, Phil Neville. The whole gang was there. They were Manchurian boys. They knew what was the derby all about. This is my turf. We conquer Manchester. So that's the mindset. How many homegrown players do we have right now? To know, is our captain homegrown?
Okay. Dinesh, I'm going to butt in there. Okay, let's not talk about homegrown. Let's talk about Patrick Vieira and Roy Keane. You don't even see them hugging anyone you don't see those eras, they're hugging each other after the game. We are talking Vieira, not from London, all the way coming out from France.
No, okay. I totally agree. But okay, minus put United aside. How many more derbies do we see where the players are still like the old style? Everything has moved, bro. Even the El Clasico, Ramos and Messi are one of the best of worst friends on the pitch. But these days, after the El Clasico, we see things are back to normal. The era has changed. I don't know whether it's good.
Dinesh,
Yeah.
do you remember a few seasons back? I think in 2018 or 2017, there was a tunnel incident after City beat us in Old Trafford.
Yeah.
The Manchester derby. Remember, there was some curious things between Mourinho and all that. We still have that. I feel this is still talking about latest. So we don't talk about Keane or Patrick Vieira time. It's still a recent time as well. So you can still see the rivalry is there. But it doesn't. It frustrates me as well when I see our captains is doing that. Like hugging and all that. Okay, I understand you say after the game it's all different and all that. But you want to do it in the tunnel when people don't see it's okay. But you don't do it on the pitch. Like for me as a United fan, I can't even accept this against Liverpool also as well, because the rivalry should still be there. Like we're not going for a friendly matches or something, So I just feel that they lost it, like if they lost it, so means are they like playing in this modern football is supposed to be like this, you just play for safe. You don't have that kind of, you don't play with passions and all that, That's what worrying me as well.
Yes.
Correct. Because I think it.
Yep. Yep, Dinesh.
Come on.
Okay. Actually, I just want to comment about that because I guess we all as United fans were a little frustrated after the game the other day, and when we think back why we were frustrated, it was because of the game itself. Everyone is saying we could have won that game. We could have buried that game. Why didn't we take any of the chances? Why? Because there were no aggression. There was no urgency in that game. That is what we have all been commenting. So I'm very sure that Roy Keane would have watched the game and had the same mindset that's what we are actually having. So with that particular frustration after the game, and when he sees them hugging, so that could have actually pissed him off. Actually, that's what I felt.
Okay.
Because
Kevin,
he would have
what
felt
do you
that the team didn't take the game seriously.
Okay. Kevin, what do you think? Sina has came now to defer Dinesh comment. He said Barca and Real Madrid is not the same city rivalry. Same city club rivalry is a different level. Not the same high rivalry, but different. Do you agree? Or what's your take on that Keane's comment?
Keane's comment, like Dinesh said, is his era. Well, now our era, maybe, okay, after the match, we just move on, Maybe Maguire should not do it on the field. Maybe he should do it behind the scene in the dressing room with the opposition team,
right?
I mean, that is what Keane also said. Keane said, just get to the tunnel and do what guys you want to do. But not on the field. Yes.
Okay,
I believe even.
My point too.
I believe back in those days, even the City United rivalry or City whoever or even United Liverpool rivalry, I believe those players when they go behind the scene, even when they go for England national team caught up, they are friends. Okay, so they should do it behind the scene and not in front of the camera where you may give people a different, feeling of what is this? Is this a derby game or just a friendly game? I will agree with Keane half and not agree with the other half. Like what Dinesh said, we should move on. After the match, after all we are just humans. We should not make rivals with so many people for what? After the match, we are done. We move on. If they want to hug, they can do it behind the scene, inside the dressing room, or outside the stadium. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, but I think
it's the style of the manager also, because Ole is the Mr. Nice Guy. So maybe
he wasn't very nice in Sheffield. He went all out to Chris Wilder. We saw this Ole.
I was surprised if Ole did that, because that's the first time I seen Ole getting like blown up. He's not even losing the game, and suddenly he got lost it, and I thought it was some UFC going on very soon.
Hey, he hurt us. That's why. And also, if you realize, Maguire also was good on that game also. So like for me, also I have to give credit for him also.
It's Sheffield's arena.
Yes, correct.
Maguire is good with every small team, not the big team.
No, not Sheffield. I mean the City, the derby match.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One
Alright.
of the fact about Maguire as a United player. Ever since he became United player, he played against City in 4 matches, including the current this recently derby, and he won 3 and he drew 1. So credit to him as well. So credit wherever is to him as well. Yeah.
Maguire, for me, still a long way to go because I feel he has
Yes.
not reached the bar as a captain or to lead the defense, and the hefty price tag of 80 million does not help. He's not there,
Does not.
but hopefully,
Yes.
hopefully we see improvement. There was some positivity from the last 2 games. Let's hope
Yeah.
they can take it further. Okay, guys, I'm just going to run out to some comments. Shout out to Fidaus Chu. Thanks for watching. Wah, uh, an old timer here. I waited for 26 years after 1967 to see them win the EPL. We used to listen to BBC World Service in radio in the late 60s and early 70s. Nice to see all of you in this
Oh,
talk show. We got heart attack seeing thank our fellows team. Fidaus, it's great to see you commenting in this and following us. We hope we can have you on the show one of these days. Please, you can verse our text. Yes.
Firdaus Shields is a former Penang player in the 70s, and he's
Oh,
another die-hard United fan. And
wait,
Oh,
his son
is his son Jeffrey Fidaus, the one Jeffrey Chew?
yes,
Oh, okay.
yes, yeah. They are all United fans. The whole family is a United fan.
Nice. Hope to have him in the show soon. Right,
Yeah,
we
okay,
have
sure.
one. Yeah, we have another one. Anutik, thanks for watching. Sure, go menu forever.
Thank you.
Right, guys, let's move on to the next one. Let's think. Cavani suspension is coming up. What do you think? Was it unjust, fair, or just something that we could have just avoided? Juhain, any take on this?
Yeah, I think it was fair. I watched the Ole's press conference for the preview of Leeds and United, where the reporter did ask him a question about this, and I think the reply justifies the correct take for this particular situation. He did clarify that it is a cultural difference, a linguistic difference, because from where Cavani comes from, the area that he comes from, somehow that's considered a norm. However, he needs the club needs to understand that there will be cases like this when we get foreign players coming to play in for United. There will be a period whereby they will need to settle in culturally and understand.
So, Juhain, is it then? Can I say it's the fault of the club and not the player? Because if it's a norm from where he's coming from, when we're getting players from these countries, there should be a transition process, especially for our recruitment team and back end. So when we get them, we educate them, the basic education about what can be done or what can't be done to avoid these kind of issues. So can we fault the club or
so
is it a player?
Now that you brought up that question, I'm thinking about it, and it's not the first Uruguayan player that we had. We had Diego Forlan. We had players from that region, South American region, before. I'm pretty sure we've had players from the similar region which might have had similar cultural characteristics or features as to what Cavani was used to growing up. So I would say that having had all these players, I think United will need to have, they will need to put their hands up and say, yeah, we need to have a post-mortem on this incident to see what went wrong. Like the media people, the front PR people who actually do a really good job when it comes to promoting the club, they need to have a proper post-mortem and see what went wrong. How did this particular media statement by Cavani not get reviewed properly, not get approved and signed off before going out in public? Yeah, as a big club, one of the most well-known brand in the world, totally unacceptable. So I'm pretty sure they will be doing a post-mortem on this and correcting whatever that went wrong, making sure that it never happens again. But to your direct question, I think it was a fair decision.
Vinod, sorry, can you just add on what you said just now, right? Whether it's the club or something, but I want to ask you as well. But being as a club also, right? It's very like being into this racism topic, right? It's a wide topic, It's how do you list what you can do, what you can say, and all that. It's too many. Like if you remember the games, the UCL game that been cancelled, like the PSG game, right?
Yes.
If you remember, who's this? John Barnes did say, right? It is not wrong to call people black, to refer
Yeah.
someone black. In his point of view, it's different if you use the word "n" or something. It's different way, But in his opinion, it's not wrong to call someone black. Maybe at the same time, if you come to Cavani also, it's hard to say that how do you want to put a clause? Okay, you can't do this, you can't say this, or it's not like a direct kind of thing. Sometimes indirectly also there could be a racism. So it's hard to tackle. But the decision was right for me in view is that so that other players will be more sensitive. They will not use this as a topic that, I didn't know this is such a culture or what, so that they will be more sensitive on sharing. But
I
in
mean,
terms
Sina,
of
correct. But from see, it's basically when you have players, because okay, when you say black or whatever, it's very subjective. That means it's more of our upbringing or the culture of that place itself. So when you bring a person from this X culture to come to a Y culture, there's a transition period. There's some do and don'ts. So if the club can educate, that means it doesn't have to much. It can be just a basic education of what the transition period. So at least you can manage the players, because Cavani, historical wise, he has never had any issues. We never seen him being outspoken or being very negative or something. This was a one-off thing from Cavani that we saw, and he was very fast to apologize and come out. So it was more, I would say, a different understanding from a different background, a different culture acceptance. So maybe in that way, we can see, because now,
it's an exceptional case, what you mean.
yes,
Actually can try to go as
the clubs
but
can
you
start to
can see that
educate
this,
them.
yeah, like how Duhan said, maybe you can do post-mortem, all that. But in terms of decisions of giving the suspension, if I see in a FA perspective, is probably they just don't want this to come. They don't want to face another incident, all that, because now racism become one of the main topic where if it's happened, it can blow up the whole world, So if one organization did not control that kind of how far can you go and what you can do and all that, then this particular organization will be blasted and all this, So in terms of that, maybe they just want to have a precaution that this should not be done. That they have to give one kind of like reminders to all, and also to Cavani, probably one of a lesson for them as well.
Yeah, hopefully the suspension doesn't take long, or he can come back soon, because we have not gotten a run of games with Cavani. It's a bit frustrating to see. He comes a bit tempo pop. He's off, just coming off from his injuries. Right. Hopefully there's a VAR decision. Can overrule it back and then remove the. All right. We have some comments here from Fahan. Hey guys, hey Fahan, nice shipping into the show. I think United gonna make this term title contender, but their defense gonna put them in a relegation zone from top 6. We hope we have seen improvement, Fahan, for the last 2 matches. Hopefully we see things moving up. Defense wise, the key of this year should be as well I can score more from the opponent. So let's hope our 3 front forwards can make it. Hey, looks like we need to fly all the way to Spain. So how's the reaction after watching the Europa League draw? We have Real Sociedad sitting top in La Liga, performing well. They have been one of the dark horses. Can we take them out, Kelvin? Do we have enough? How was your reaction towards this draw?
For me, it's a good draw, and then I always say every season doesn't matter it's Champions League or Europa League. There's no easy team in Europe, because like I said, it's Europe. We are not playing in the Premier League or the League Cup or FA Cup. This is Europe. So continental competition is always tough, no matter who we gonna get. So we need to take positive mindset into the field. We need to start playing from the first minute, from the first whistle, and try not to make as much mistake as we always did in the past few matches, where we always have to, like Dinesh said earlier, we need to move into the second gear after we considered a goal or 2 goals. And in Europe, you can't do that. It's too risky. In Europe, there's no chance, no space, or no room for mistake. So
But Kelvin,
yeah,
we
need
seem to
take the
have
match seriously.
Spanish team seems to be a bit of a boogie team for us.
Agree, it's true.
Did it come
Especially
too
when we
early?
play. Yes, too early. You know, I remember there's one time when we play in the Europa League during Luis Van Gaal time. We play against Athletic Bilbao.
Yes.
Yeah, we struggle against them, even though they are not a well-known team in Europe. But like I say, in Europe, it's never an easy team. So we need to learn from that lesson, and we need to be prepared well for this Real Sociedad as well.
Mohan, what was your expression when you saw the draw? Was it a good draw for you, or you have preferred some other teams?
Actually, I was kind of excited that we were back in Champions League initially, but then what has to happen had happened, so we have to just accept it, and I guess you have to move on with it. So here we are at Europa League. So yes, like what Kelvin said, we are in Europe, so we cannot take any teams for granted. So yes, we know Real Sociedad. Yes, it's a big threat to us, but I expect it could be a good fight. Yes, we have the required depth in the team, but just that I personally feel in terms of tactics.
Mohan, depth in
yes,
left back, is it?
defensively we have to buckle up. Definitely, we'll have to buckle up a lot, knowing that we are going to face a Spanish team. Yep.
Okay, Dinesh.
I'm not specifically saying which area, but
Okay.
we have the team currently to give. To at least give some fight to our opponents. So yes, defensive. That is the reason why actually I said defensively they have to buckle up. So I guess you understand from there what I mean. So
Yes.
because we need to understand we are going to play a Spanish team. Spanish team are always they are always good in the attacking, you know. So we should be always ready for that, and we should be prepared on what we are going to face right there.
All right, I'm just going to
So
Dinesh,
I'm
I'm just
not
going to
afraid
quickly
on the attacking
Yeah,
side, but I am kind of afraid on our defensive side.
defensive side. All right, Mohan. Sorry, Dinesh. Farhan said they badly need a centre back in January, no midfield, please, because I think the Red Devils midfield currently one of the best midfield probably in Premier League. Mohan has also said we need to back up defensively. So do you think that is where it's key for Solskjaer? I mean, we played with 5 defenders in the last game in Europe and got knocked out.
Actually, I think I spoke about it last week also. I said, we to buy a centre back is not a problem. We can always buy anybody. But I think against the PSG game and the first PSG game, we bought Axel Twanzebe.
Swansea is it's a talent. We should be giving him more game time.
Precisely. So what I'm telling is, I think the UAL will commence in February, right?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, so we have a good 1 month plus. Okay, Lindelof is a very moody player. Maguire is, sorry to say, he's not even worth 10% of the 80 million we paid for him. All right, so maybe Solskjaer should just start back Axel Twanzebe in a few games. Maybe in every 2 games, one, just start him or bring him in the second half, getting more game time. And I think if we can get him at his peak, because he's a young guy, he knows the game. He played well against PSG, one of the top teams. He played a good game. So I think the guy has potential. So like what Mohan said or anybody said, yes, the defense we are fragile, correct. But we have the ammunition. We have Fosu Mensah there. I think under LVG, Fosu Mensah was one of the top players we had for a while until he's injury prone and all that. So we have talents. It's just about bringing them out and getting them more game time. If they don't have a game time, they're good in training. What's the point? Because 90 minutes is what matters. It's not the training. So I think we should be able to go through Sociedad, provided because Sociedad is a early horse in the Spanish league. They're still on the high now. So come Christmas, after that, jingle bell all the way, and they might go down all the way also. So let's see how it goes.
Fingers crossed.
Yes, let's see. Okay, guys, let's pump it up to the focus of the day. the main topic, the derby that we have, Manchester United and Leeds United. We last saw them. It's been a while since we saw Leeds at the top, but this derby, we all know, is damn fierce, damn brutal, it's all out. One of the best derbies in England. So we last saw them.
We're gonna
We
end up
last,
hugging each other again.
but it's been 16 years since we saw them. The last was in February 2004.
Yeah.
So how pumped up are you, Kelvin, with this game?
Well, Leeds United, looking forward to that Rose battle. Okay, the Rose derby. It's been a long time, 16 years. Yeah, and then it's very high intensity game as well. Another rivalry of ours, and looking forward to that. And always, I remember Eric Cantona went there as a United player, at Ellen Road. Rivalry is so strong that even when Eric Cantona missed a penalty kick in the match, even though we won, and Cantona missed a penalty, the Leeds fans still have to go at Cantona. So you can feel how strong the rivalry is in these two teams. Doesn't matter Leeds or the Championship or Division 1, the rivalry is still strong. And
yes,
unofficially, last time we met them, it's last year pre-season in Australia. We beat them as well. So yeah, looking forward to the weekend when we play them.
I mean, okay, we have been having. All right, there's a comment here from Josiah. This is a true Leeds fan. Leeds says, sorry, Josiah, it's Manchester United, Manchester United, Manchester United. You guys can have a better luck next time. All right, man. Okay, we have had a good record with Leeds, I can say. It's been some time since we tasted defeat with them, especially at home. It goes back, way back to 1981. It's been 15 home games unbeaten with them. But are we looking at this coming to an end? There was one defeat. That was the FA Cup. I think in 2010. Jermaine Beckford, right?
Yes. Yeah. Yes.
That was the defeat. But in the league,
the only goal of the game.
We have yes. I mean, I remember watching that game. I was, what the heck we are doing? We were attacking. One counter attack came in. Beckford came and scored the goal. It was like game over.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, since 1991,
and it was in the third round itself
for them to. Yes. And I just hope we can extend our unbeaten, winning streak against Leeds at Old Trafford this weekend. That is the most important.
Oh, what?
And going second on the league. Oh,
but Srina, do you have the same confidence? I mean, our league home form this year, let's be very honest and objective, it has been poor.
Not convincing.
Terrible. Not convincing is the understatement, Kelvin. The number of goals, we scored 3 goals. We have not scored more than a goal, and we are going to break our own record. We have not scored more than a goal in a game for quite some time.
Yeah.
So Leeds
maybe
coming off. Hopefully.
Yeah.
Selena, what's your take?
Remember how Dini said the other day, home game will be favour to opponents. Sorry, you want to take it, Kelvin?
I mean, you can go ahead first.
Okay. So, remember what Dini said the other day? Our home games are always favour to the opponents, which is so true. I've been telling you the same thing. Our home games this season is really, really so bad. But I don't know. I mean, not to say I'm getting more confidence because basing on the past 2 games and all that, it can happen. Anything can happen. Like being Ole, and you can always expect for some surprises and all that. But for this game, I still don't know, because I hope the rivalry is still there as well, and they know the players know as well as on this. And I think the last we played was on 2004, I think, if I'm not mistaken. That's why I checked last, right? So with that, and with the expectation that we're going to face after this, I'm really, really, not say really confident, but I think I'm going to say that United might nick it out this time in Old Trafford. And
but there's no fans.
It's quite big, quite ambitious, but hopefully it happens.
Okay, I'll keep the scores and prediction first. We come back to the ad. Dinesh, I have a question for you. Basically from Sina, our fan has been all pumped out on us today. Thanks for watching, mate. On paper, Ole no chance with Bielsa. But it's not a battle of managers, it's a battle of players, I think. It'll be a draw and a late winner. I hope it's Leeds. A draw will be ideal though. You want to take it up? I mean, we know how Bielsa is going to come. We know how's their gameplay. Leeds, full intensity, 1-1. But they're not convincing also. They have not got a decent run. They are away.
Yeah, but correct. Actually, the thing is, I agree with you. They're not so convincing. But from what I see, since the league started, they are quite a decent team. They don't get hammered. I mean, from a team coming from the first division after ages and going back to the big boys league, they actually pretty decent. I think the last game against Newcastle, they trashed them 5-2. But again, that's Newcastle. Even we won them also. But the thing about Leeds is they have a lot of hardworking players. So that's what I'm worried about. Bamford is always the top man there, and he will just be a poacher and all that. So he's not the engine. But Rodrigo and a few other characters, I couldn't really remember their name. But those guys are very hardworking. So if United wants to get a win, they just got to double up their efforts. It's not an easy game. And also, by the rivalry part of it, as 2004 is like 16 years ago. So I think you might have some loving and caring moments again. You don't expect fireworks though, because many of them maybe don't even know what the rivalry is all about. They need Cantona maybe to be on the sideline to remind them maybe. So it's going to be a normal game. It's not going to be crunching tackles and all that, because again it was
No. Sina's came out. It's going to be a draw, 90 minute Bamford. Sina, VAR only comes to rescue Liverpool, not Manchester United.
It's very obvious Sina has Bamford in his fantasy league, bro.
Maybe.
So the thing is,
I have Bamford in my fantasy league as well.
I just sold him because I think he's very redundant. Anyway, but I think the 90 minutes, United has to just be very much in control in the midfield, because I think Leeds game, their game is based on the midfield. From what I see, they're always very strong in the midfield. Rodrigo
Can Ole get it right with Bielsa?
Spot on. Ole.
Okay, but okay. I'm Dinesh. If Ole comes up with the same midfield duo of Pogba and Matip, you just said it's a hardworking Leeds. How are we going to counter that? Sina, I'm buying Dinesh a double black. He finally agrees. Ole needs to leave the damn club like that. Do you want to counter that, Dinesh?
Yeah. I'll get you a double black with another double black that Ole might take up to the very final point this season. How about that, Sina? Okay. But anyway, I think if you're going to play Matip this game, I think it's going to be a big problem. Because
if he plays Matip again, I mean, let's be objective. If it's going to be the same lineup, we have Matip and Pogba playing, means Ole is tactically not getting it right up front. Don't you think so?
Yeah, I mean, of course, because Ole should understand that Matic is almost over. He doesn't have that, the pace anymore. You need Pogba, you need Bruno, you need McTominay, and maybe you need Fred to counter Leeds. You need all four guys on top of the game. So if you're going to take the game approach like how you played Sheffield, I think it's going to be a problem. Then again, you got to take the City approach, fine-tune it, and go for the win. It's the City approach. You got to be cautious, but you have to go for the win. So that means win is primary. Being cautious also is primary, not a draw game. I think you have to be that, because Leeds, from what I'm seeing their games, their highlights, I have to make it a point to see their highlights, And those guys are really, I think they're impressive. Bielsa is a very good team. Even maybe a couple of signings more. Oh, trust me, they can be another Leicester City story. Trust me on that. So we have to be very cautious. Of course, no more comeback kings. Actually, this comeback kings thing is the worst thing I've heard. You know why not? It's very cheap, The moment we see we are comeback kings, nothing to be proud about, because you know why? We kind of suck in the first half. We have to let go a goal to come back. So that means we're not that great anyway. So this comeback king things has to, we shouldn't be doing that. We should be conquering games from the first goal. At the first 10 minutes, we should be getting a goal. We should be going for the second goal. We shouldn't be
We
getting a
are
goal.
we are spur of the moment kings, not comeback kings. We get
Yeah.
lucky. We have been lucky this year.
Yeah, lucky boy kings.
Yeah,
Leipzig
correct.
Forest.
They
Yes.
tried the
Leipzig
same
Forest is
approach
not
against Leipzig, and then that's
Yeah.
it. We cannot.
Yes.
No way.
Southampton was lucky. Sheffield was okay, fine. Leipzig, we got exposed. We're not much of a comeback kings. We kind of screw up our own things. That's what we are. So against Leeds, we cannot do that because I think those guys have talent and they can also play a very good game. So if we are going to expect to lose one goal and come back, this is very risky game. If you're going for the title, if you're really serious about winning the title this season, you cannot do that. All right. So we have to
But
go.
also Rajinish.
Yeah.
But also Rajinish, I'm a bit concerned. What? Imagine if we were leading the match, right? Example, like we're leading 2-0 at the first half and all that, right? Don't you think that we get comfortable and we get slacking off to
No,
the end?
that is normal. That is normal because United always think that when they are 2 goals up, that remember I think many seasons ago against Leicester we lost 5-3. Di Maria and Gang played.
Yes.
Yeah, we were leading very
2-0.
comfortably. 2-0, and then we lost
We were 2-0, then 3-1, and then we got back 5-3.
5-3. Exactly.
Vardy came from the bench and scored 2 goals.
Yeah.
Yes.
So the thing is, the thing is like how to put it, we should not be contented with the scoreline. We should just keep on going for more and more and more. The days where we won 8-2, 5-1, 5-0, we need to come back to the days where it's free scoring game. Of course, you just need to be, yeah.
It's just about pushing. I mean, I don't want to say this, but let's just take the Liverpool and Tottenham game as an example. Did y'all see how Liverpool was just pressing from the start to the end? It was just one intention. I'm going all out, high intensity. I'm going for the game.
No,
but
because
we have not seen that with United. Yes,
no,
we don't see that with United.
Yeah.
This season, or can say last season, we had good players. They've been surviving us. They've been just letting us go from defeats, helping us out. But we don't see the drive. We don't see the going all out. It's not about intensity of the game. Pressure until the opponents makes a mistakes and we are all in. We don't see that anymore from the current United. So that is what we have to do.
I feel that if Bruno and Pogba have a good game against Leeds, that game is ours. Because as I said, the midfield is where the key battle is. And if Pogba and Bruno have a good game, the strikers have a good game. Please, for God's sake, I just pray God that Marshall is not playing. Please. I'm done.
Marshall.
If Cavani and let him play.
It's time Greenwood moves to his natural position. We saw how he wasn't comfortable. The right flank couldn't get in, but it's time we're moving up there. Johan, what do you think about this game? I mean, it's very high intensity we have. Do we have what we have it?
Yeah, my approach for this game is I'm being really, really cautious, and again, I'm managing my expectations. The thing about Leeds is, first of all, they've been doing really well this season for a team that just got promoted, and the impression that I'm getting from Leeds is that I think they are the team that can be a potential banana peel that most big teams can probably slip on. That's what I see from Leeds, and the work rate is really impressive. Like I read somewhere that so far this season, they have every team that they've played against, they have outrun them by quite significant amount of mileage, except for Chelsea. Chelsea were the only team to outrun Leeds when they played against each other. And their pressing is really impressive. I think that's part of Bielsa's philosophy of how to play football. And talking just about their pressing alone, from the top, like the attacking players, the attacking press itself, it kind of worries me based on how United performed against Sheffield. I saw a lot of moments against Sheffield, which it was not really a proper press, but we were taking it a bit casual and a bit sloppy at times. I remember at the beginning of the second half, just before Pogba started off that brilliant third goal, he lost possession twice while trying to hold the ball in his own half, and it wasn't near to the penalty box, but still in a very dangerous position. And I'm wondering, like, if you were to take up that approach, I'm not just saying specifically for that player, but I'm talking about United midfield and players in general. Like if you were to go with that approach against Leeds, it will not work out. It will backfire and hit us in the face because we know they hunt like a pack of wolves. That's how the philosophy of Leeds game is. They will make sure that they outrun the opponents by all means, and and it will proper runs. And even when they played against Newcastle, again knowing that Newcastle are not really a proper team to gauge the performance of Leeds. Not no disrespect to Newcastle, it's just that they are not really a top 6 team. But the fact that when they scored the third goal, the fourth goal,
Leeds were becoming in full of confidence because after 34 games, it's the first time that Leeds have came back from a losing position to win in the league. So they be all pumped up. And Bielsa also has a good record in Old Trafford.
Yeah. So again, that's why I'm being a bit cautious. The confidence will be there because they came back from behind and to win by 5. I mean, to score 5 goals after that, and the fact that even when they scored their 4th goal, I remember, if I'm not wrong, it was Alioski. It was a counter attack. At which point, when they were already in the penalty box, there were 4 Leeds players there. 2 of them ran from midfield, and there's so many options. And I'm like, against United, if we are not, again, when it comes to this particular situation, I really agree with Dinesh. I think we need to use the City approach to, and having said that, and as much as I don't like this, I don't mind the 2 pivot in midfields, maybe Fred and McTominay. But we need to be cautious of their counter attack, or when we counter, knowing the fact that if we do not capitalize on the counter, they will immediately hit back, and they will have the legs and the players that will commit the runs. And if we see players like Pogba jogging back, that's going to really bite us. We need someone like, we need players running back to follow up that commitment and defend back again. Because I see these Leeds players, they are committing to the box, like Rodrigo from midfield, Alioski from midfield. They are running, they are making up the numbers in the box, and it's a bit scary to think of it if United do not put in the required performance. Yeah, so I'm being really cautious with that. Yeah.
Okay, Duhain, do you want to take this up from Farhan? He said, do you think Telles needs to start every Premier League matches over Shaw due to his attacking ability? What's your take on this? Is Alex Telles the better one? Or Luke Shaw?
As of this moment, I think we still need a few more performances from Telles to really show. Like, to judge Telles, like, I'm not saying that he only had like 1 or 2 games. He has had a fair number of games already, but he hasn't had a full season yet in United, or rather a full half season yet at United. To be honest, I'm not saying that Shaw is a brilliant left back. He's not going to make the Premier League team of the season every season or consistently better left backs in the league for sure. But to be honest, the performance against City gave me quite a bit of confidence in Shaw. The fact that he pocketed Riyad Mahrez and after that he dealt with Ferran Torres really well. I'm not sure. Actually, I'm a bit indifferent to that. And he put in quite a number of good crosses also from corner kicks, Luke Shaw, which was quite surprising. I think the fact that Ole brought in Alex Telles and Telles with his set piece ability, probably he realized that there's competition. He's not against Brendan Williams anymore. He's against Alex Telles. Probably he's upping his game a bit, which is a good thing, I guess. Yeah.
Nice. Dinesh, there's a shout out from you from Sina. Dinesh is a very good fan spoken for United-based fan. Very, very objective and clear. Nice. It's nice having you here, Dinesh.
I'm just being myself. As I said, United fans are arrogant, and I'm just trying to be a bit
okay.
Success for 30 years, thanks.
Yeah. Mohan, what do you think from this? Sina has came out again and says, Bielsa's magic from Brentford. Bruno alone is better than more than half of the midfields in Premier League. Then VAR can swing either way and gonna be well. Sina, stop your VAR. VAR will come and help you and Salah to score penalty. You guys will nick out. So let's take out VAR from here.
That's more like
I guess
Andy Roberts
the war doesn't go with Leeds way yet tomorrow.
Okay.
Sure. Yeah, and I think looking at that, I think it's not only Bruno. Well, the team has to form the right depth in them, and they have to play their role well tomorrow. Because as what said by Dinesh and Duhain, Leeds is a massive team. It's a massive approach, and of course, rivalry. Rivalry is very important. I guess everyone knows about that. I hope it'll be like a alarm clock tomorrow for them. to realize the rivalry between them. Forget about the City game. Go on a more positive approach. Attack, defense well, and yeah, come up with a good score.
All right.
Guys.
Okay, guys. Now, what's the prediction like? This is what I think. Let's hear it out. I mean, we're going to come to the end of the show. So, only 1 hour marks here. So, what do you guys think? Duhain.
Yes, sir. Obviously, I'm going to go for a win again. I'm going to go for the exact score that I predicted for City, which never happened. I'm going to go for a 2-1, only based on the fact that I'm not confident yet defensively. Of keeping a clean sheet with the current form of our defenders and the current form of our whole team defensively. I'm going to go for a 2-1. Yeah.
Okay. Dinesh? Hey, I want to ask this. Wait, Dinesh. Duhain, who's the goal scorers?
Yeah, knowing that it's a significant rivalry, I want it to be a homegrown goal scorer, so I'm going to go with Rashford and Greenwood.
For Leeds?
Bamford.
Fantasy football, is it?
No, not in my fantasy. He should be,
Okay.
but I didn't. I made a mistake, I guess.
Hey, I'm chasing you. You cannot sit on top too long. Dinesh?
I'm going for a 3-1.
Okay.
3-1 because like what Dwayne said, the defense is not very convincing yet, and as I mentioned earlier, Leeds are a very good team on the attack. So letting go 1 goal looks like a template for me. About the scorers, I think I need Bruno to score. Come on, I need points. Okay, anyway, Pogba will definitely get a goal, I guess. Yeah, he should be getting a goal. And I think Rashford is on form right now, so maybe another Lindelof pass can give him a goal. So yeah, 3 goals: Pogba, Rashford, and King Bruno. Yep.
Okay. Mohan?
I will go for a close call, 2-1. Scorers would be Rashford, looking at his form, and also a goal from Bruno. And then on the Leeds side, looking at how vulnerable our defense is, it could be one from a set piece, or could also be a penalty. Yep, that's for me.
Okay. Wait, there's one thing from Sina. I don't know what is this smoking here. 1-1, Bruno 1-4, Bruno own goal against. Sina is not going to happen.
Wow. Very bold prediction from Sina.
Yes. Kevin, you want to counter that? What's your prediction like?
My prediction will be United 3, Leeds United 2, and
Okay.
Rashford and Bruno will score 1 goal. And then for the third goal, we might have a surprise scorer from our side, which who will seldom score, but suddenly he will score. We might have that. As for the 2 Leeds goal, we might concede from set piece and corner kicks again. That's what is our weakness.
Okay. Right. Selina. Okay, before that, we have Mark Trent, gentlemen. Thanks for watching. All the way, he's going for Manchester United 3 and Leeds 1. Yes, all the way, United. Selina, what about you?
Yeah, before I give my prediction, I have 2 things I hope United players put this in the mind, that if we win this, we go second. So just grab all the chances that you get and go and damn win it, somewhere at home. So back to the prediction. My prediction same as Dinesh as well. It's 3-1. If I have to do based on the current trend, if they have to do the comeback, probably they'll score first. They will come back with 3 goals. If they have to do that. So my scorer will be Bruno, Pogba. Or if Cavani is playing, then it will be Cavani or Rashford lah. And from Leeds will be Brentford lah, I think.
Right. Hopefully we have a good game. Even Fahan has came out here and said he's predicting 2-2. Yuhin, there's a question here from Fahan. I mean, the last one before you call it for the day. Which 3 players from Man City, Leeds, and Liverpool for each position that you wish they have played for United? Well, do you want to have a go on it?
Maybe I will choose only City or Leeds players, but not Liverpool. because we direct transfer between the clubs, Liverpool United, since a very long time ago, long time ago in the I think 67,
Yes.
very long time ago. Few the last player between Liverpool and United.
I mean, Farhan, to be very honest,
The trend.
all these three is our rivals. I don't think so. We need any players from there. They can keep their players. If they want, they can take our players and go. Pogba can go, I
I
think.
guess that's the point why Farhan asked us the question,
Yeah.
They can
knowing
take
the
Yes.
rival
Yeah.
Okay.
If I were to
Yeah.
add on, if they have a
Yes.
fallout with their current club,
Because you know why?
Yes, Kevin.
yeah, Kevin,
Because
carry on, Kelvin.
it's not a how to say it's not a weird to have a Leeds player playing for us. In the past we have Cantona, we have Rio Ferdinand, we have Alan Smith. So I don't mind taking Leeds player coming to United. Even same, yeah. So but not Liverpool, definitely.
High five, bro.
Alright.
High five.
All the
Good one,
way.
Kelvin.
Duhain, fallout.
Yes, sir.
Who's your fallout hopeful?
No, I mean, if there was a proper fallout, which is never going to happen. So again, this question is something that is probably never going to happen. So it's more like a theoretical question. What if they did not end up in so and so club? Would they have been? Would you take them to Man United? Obviously, I'll take Kevin De Bruyne, but obviously not now since he's a City legend. He's about to be a City legend. As soon as his career ends. But you have to acknowledge the fact that he's a brilliant midfielder. Thiago Alcantara. I mean, he hasn't really
Okay.
made his mark in Liverpool. I really did wish that United made a proper attempt for him. I've rated him since he was in the academy at Barcelona.
But I thought United got the god of football by the name of Paul Pogba.
Yeah, I know. And I followed Paul Pogba when he was a teenager. I used to stream youth games just to watch Pogba when he played with Lanel Cole, Van Velzen, with Lingard and all. And I have to say it's not been meeting my expectations or the expectations of to be a United player. So I'm saying this with the fact knowing that it's not going to happen, but I'm just acknowledging that they've got brilliant midfielders. Thiago Alcantara is a brilliant footballer. Bear in mind that when Guardiola went to Munich, his first press conference regarding transfers, he said, "Get me Thiago or don't get me anyone." That's how highly rated he is.
Yeah.
Coming
Let's.
back to the Pogba
Mohan,
comment that you gave.
wait a Mohan.
Yeah.
Before you go to Pogba comment, I think why not you take up this comment from Kishan.
Oh.
Kishan is still angry he couldn't get Nabil Fekir for Liverpool. So he's going on and on. Because you guys couldn't afford LFC players, Fabinho United wanted, Thiago United wanted. Kishan, one point of time you wanted Gabriel Heinze. We didn't want him. Forgot all those
I was
times?
just about to say that. Yes.
Yeah, go on, Mohan. What's about Pogba?
Well, okay. So, Duhin, regarding Pogba just now, I guess before Pogba went to Juventus, we saw him at United during the Ferguson time, and I think he started his game in if I'm not, I can't really exactly remember which game was it, but I remember I remember seeing him in one of our UCL game, Champions League game, where he played a couple of minutes in that particular game, and I guess his ball control was awesome. And I guess at that point of time, he was like out of the light, you see. But I was totally focusing on him. I saw something in him that I thought it could actually give a different dimension to our team. And that's exactly when he left for Juventus and he shined there and then back to United. So I just think that maybe he needs some pump up from Ferguson. As we all know, what happens when you are in such a club with so much of expectation and well, you see, you can see the difference, right? When Ferguson managed a team and then all the other managers after him. Yes, Ferguson also had his bad moments, but then we actually recovered quite quickly because he understood the game well, he understood the team well, and he exactly knew what he needs to do. So maybe that is which is lacking from us now, I guess. So that is something that
Mohan.
Yeah.
Let's be objective. There's going to be only one Arsene Wenger, one Alex Ferguson. We're not going to see another one of it.
Yep.
So let's make do what we have. We have a comment here for McInford. Said very nice to see this conversation. Have to do more and more as Manchester United fans. Salute, guys. Again, we'll be doing this. You can always come and join us. Devils Den will always be continuing every week. We would love to have you on the show also. Just ping us up, man. Yes. Okay, guys. Yes. Hopefully we have a good derby game. Yeah, I didn't give a prediction yet, right?
Oh yeah,
I'm good.
yeah, true.
I'm going to be a bit objective in this game.
Is Lingard going to score, you know?
I hope, but I know he's not going to play. Looks like, I guess it's going to be a draw game. I think it's going to be a 1-1 game. It's either going to be a 1-1 game or hell break loose 4-3 game. That is where I'm going at, because it's either Solskjaer, I assume he might play safe. He will not go all out. But if he's going to go with a midfield of Pogba and Matip, we might have an all-out blower. So let's hope for a good game. I just hope things gets positive. We get entertained, not a door game like how we had the last time. Hopefully, Kishan, I think, Dinesh, why not you take this up before I wrap it up? That's the difference between United and Liverpool. Liverpool buy players that suits the squad. United buy players just to hope that the player suits the squad. Kishan, we will take this up another day. I think we already busted our time.
I'm
Yes.
I'm speechless.
Yes.
I'm speechless, but they're telling me that LFC bought players and all of them were success stories.
Yeah.
To be continued.
To be continued.
To be continued.
You had your Carrolls and I don't want to name We'll come back there.
We bought one guy, 2000. What year was it? He was an unknown, curly hair. You said you paid 12 million for him. Today is a 5-time Ballon d'Or winner. So we also can buy good players. His name is Ronaldo. Remember
And
that.
then-
He made Ronaldinho.
No. Wait. That's Ronaldo. Let's not forget Diego Forlan. He just said he doesn't like to score anything, only with Liverpool.
Anybody likes to score against Liverpool.
All right, guys. I guess we have busted our time, to be honest. It has just ran for 1 hour and 20 minutes, almost going to be 7. Let's call it off. I mean, it was a great show. Yes. Let's
Sorry,
anything you want to.
Before you end this up, right? I just would like to say something I have from my niece. But should I say something? Yeah.
Hi guys, let's sing
Hi.
together.
Hi. Hi.
Glory, 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 Man United.
United.
Glory, glory, Man United. And the Reds go mighty.
Hey. Good one. Nice to have you. Bye.
Perfect upbringing.
What's the next level? Okay, guys. Any last comment, Kelvin, Duhain, Mohan?
Generation of that.
That was a good show. Thanks, guys.
Good discussion. Can't wait for the game.
Good show. Thanks for welcoming me
It's a good-
to this team. Hope we have
Thanks for the invite. Discuss.
Yeah, I mean, it was great to have you guys,
Guys,
Duhain,
let's go
Kelvin,
someone.
Mohan.
Put on a key, Roy Keane shirt.
Yes, let's hope we have a great game. All the best to
Actually, I'm just
United.
putting on a Roy Keane shirt as well.
Let's
Yeah.
hope.
Good one.
Let's have the King spirit for this game.
Yeah.
Alright, guys. Anyway,
Yeah.
thanks to all our followers that's been
Thank you.
watching us. Thanks for watching Devils Den. And before you guys end, please like, subscribe, and follow us on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter for more Footy Talk shows. Alright. We're not signing off from Devils Den. Have a good day, guys.
Bye.
Bye.